everybody, this is Ariane Arsenault from La Fille de la Mer Handmade Soaps from the Magdalen Islands, Quebec, Canada. So today I'm so happy. I'm going to be reviewing a new piece of equipment. It's part of my small soap mold series, and I got some new molds, and so I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what's coming up in the next few weeks. But for today, I'll be testing this cylindrical mold by Custom Craft Tools, and it is a collaboration item from Custom Craft Tools and Love Your Suds. So here we have the soap shaper that is made by Belinda at Love Your Suds. She's a Canadian entrepreneur, amazing soap maker. If you have not seen her work, go check her out. She is on Instagram, Facebook. All of her links I will leave down below. And this simple piece of equipment allows you to create stunning designs. So to go along with that soap shaper, Custom Craft Tools made this cylindrical mold. So we're gonna assemble it and make soap with it. In the next few weeks, I will also show you a custom made loaf mold that was also made for me, custom made by Custom Craft Tools. So we're gonna assemble that later in another video. I also will be reviewing this mold. It is a wooden mold with silicone insert. It is a 5 or 6 pound loaf mold. It is a Canadian design from a company here in Montreal. I'm super excited about this. And now let's get back to the soap shaper and the circular mold. Okay, this goes here. I've already started to unpack the mold because it comes with a lot of bubble wrap so that it arrives intact, as well as all of the acrylic pieces. They have like a little protective coating that needs to be removed. So this is the last piece that needed to be removed. Now this is the bottom, and there's like 2 parts to the mold. The one with the 3 grooves is the bottom, and then the one on top has 3 grooves, but it also has some little hooks for the rubber bands that come with the mold. So don't toss the little rubber bands. They're not there only to hold the liner. They actually have a purpose. And the bottom of the mold has a little silicone insert, which is pretty bright, a bright idea, because it allows you to unmold very easily. So I've placed a bolt on the tip of every rod. I have 3 like these, and I try to keep it aligned with the bottom. And then I just slide this in, put the cylindrical part, and then with the little hooks pointing down, I'm gonna align the mold like this, put a washer, and then a wing nut. And voila. I'm not gonna tighten it too much, just so that I can tighten it just at the end. The mold is assembled. Now I'm gonna take the liner, just put it in there, make sure that it's nice and neat. And then we're gonna put the soap shaper all the way down to the bottom. And these little rubber bands, they look like they're made of silicone or something. I'm gonna strap them to the mold using the little hooks that I told you about earlier. And we're gonna use that to center the soap shaper. Voila. So then we can pour the soap, the different colors from the sides, and then we can pull straight up. All right, let's have fun and make a soap now. The recipe I'm gonna be using today is my white soap base soap formula, and it's been released on Patreon for September. It will be there for the next 3 months. It contains cocoa butter that I'm gonna add right now. I also have some virgin coconut oil by Baraka Shea Butter, palm oil by Palm and Right. It's ethically produced, organic, and fair trade. So I always add my hard butters first in the bottom, and then I add the rest on top. Usually I melt on a stovetop on low. This batch is very small, so it's gonna go in the microwave. virgin coconut oil. Smells amazing. It is handcrafted in Ghana. It helps to support the women communities that work for Baraka Shea Butter. And it's just great. It works perfect in soap. Actually, it works exactly the same as your usual 76 coconut oil, except this one is virgin, unbleached, just natural. And it smells like coconuts. Did I say that? I think I did. Okay. And palm oil. And I know not every soap maker chooses to use palm oil, but to me, palm is such a great oil in soap that I did not want to put it aside. So instead of doing that, I researched and I found palm than right, which is an amazing alternative. It's the same palm oil. It adds the same quality, except the way that it is grown and produced is so much better. It's the happy story of palm oil. So make sure to look them up. I will leave the links below if you want to read more and make up your own mind about palm oil. Okay, there's definitely a bad palm oil production out there, so just be mindful when you buy it. Okay, so as you can see, all of the ingredients that I'm including in the soap so that my soap base is white are as lightly colored as possible. I'm gonna go melt this on low and then we'll add the liquid oils. To help me unmold this soap once it's ready to get out of the mold, I'm gonna use 1% of sodium lactate and I'm adding this to my lye water. It's a very small batch, so I don't need a lot. And the fragrance oil I've chosen is a new fragrance that I got from Brambleberry. I just got it yesterday. It's Peach Prosecco and it smells fabulous. The colors I'm going to be using are going to be Orange Vibrance and Cabernet Mica powder, as well as some activated charcoal, just because I want some contrast in there. Now, I'm just going to stir in the sodium lactate gently. And to my melted oils and butters, I'm going to add my liquid oils. So here, very lightly colored as well, sunflower oil. I have my extra virgin olive oil, and even though it's dark in color, when it turns into soap, it turns out pretty light. So, olive oil. Let's put the fragrance oil right in there. Here's a little trick that I got from Kendra over at Modern Soapmaking many years ago that keeps me from spilling fragrance oils all over. I do this especially when I work in small batches. This way the fragrance oil drips along the stick you use. It works with anything like a chopstick, a shish kebab stick, anything. I've even done it with a wooden wick. Okay. When using this mold, especially with the shaper in there, the shaper is 3D printed and you do not want to work at a high temperature. You definitely want to work below 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So measuring out the temperature is a good idea. I'm at 104 and the lye water over here is at 108, so we are good to go. It is the moment of truth. We are going to be mixing the lye and the oils, and let's hope that this soap behaves well, because on the bottle of the fragrance it says behaves well in cold processed soap. So let's hope it's true. I have my activated charcoal already pre-mixed in a little bit of water. I find it's easier to blend into the soap, and then I have my micas ready to go. I add them dry straight directly into my just barely emulsified soap batter. This fragrance smells so good, and so far it does not look like it wants to turn like soap in a stick. So I'm just gonna eyeball and split my batter in what I think looks like equal parts. It's all going into the same mold anyways. And I'm gonna keep some of my soap batter uncolored just so that you can see like how white this soap batter turns out in the end. Go for the black here. And one of the other modifications that I've done to this soap formula, which is not in my original formula, is that the original is a 10% water discount, and for this one I did a 20% water discount, which is easily done in any soap calculator or any good soap calculator. All right, let's add the Cabaret Mica. And hopefully these colors will look peachy. A little bit too much of the orange. There. Okay. Now let's move these around just so that I mix from light to dark. All right, let's start pouring. I just love it when I test a new mold and my formula fills it perfectly. So I'm just gonna pull the shaper up gently. And now I'm gonna remove the rubber band so I can actually pull the shaper out. I want this to splash, so I'm just gonna, okay, there we go. I guess this would be the hardest part of the process, like removing the band without getting your hands all soapy, but it's okay, I can manage. There we go. Right. Eek. Right. Now I'm gonna clean the mess that I made on my table and on the mold. We're gonna insulate this soap, and I will be back tomorrow to cut it. I just cannot wait. So exciting. To insulate the soap, I'm just gonna use a scrap piece of my shrink wrap, because I don't wanna get my towel all soapy. And I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this around. Try not to slam it down, just so that it stays nice and warm. Voila, and we'll be back tomorrow. The soap has hardened up. It is time to release it from the mold. So I'm just gonna remove the rods. And I wanted to give you guys a closer look at the white part. See how nice and white it is this morning? And there's no titanium dioxide. There's nothing added to the mold. Now I'm gonna try and push this out of the mold. A little bit of soap did leak out of the liner, which will make it a little bit sticky, but we should be able to get it out. There we go, just pushing it out. Right. Ooh, this liner is long. I'm just gonna take everything out of the way so that I don't drop the soap. Which side should I start with? I'm just gonna remove a little strip from the bottom. And I am using my Custom Craft Tools soap cutter. All right. And I set the guide just, oops, a little bit, just a little more of an inch, because when the soap dries, I want it to be 1 inch. So let's cut through. This is exciting. Wow. I find that the shapes are more defined when we have the white and the black. So using contrasting colors definitely is a good idea. So next time I use this technique, I think I will alternate between like a color and a white, a color and black, a color and a white, rather than just alternating all colors. Still, it's very nice. For a first try, I'm very happy. This is a very neat technique that I think that I would like to explore using more color combinations. The first soaps that I've seen using this technique, look at this one, were in Facebook groups a while ago, and people were using the pickle, it's like a thing that you put in the bottom of a pickle jar. It comes with the pickles, and then it helps you pull the pickles up. So the first people that started using this technique were actually using the pickle tool from the pickle jar. And then Belinda made a soap shaper that would be more friendly user, which is amazing. Look at this one. The shape is so neat. And one last one. This is not 1 inch, but I can just clean it out and remove the top. Voila. This one is dark black. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed the process of making the soaps with the soap shaper from Love Your Suds and the mold by Custom Craft Tools. By the way, this technique is called the Kaleidoscope technique. It's so cool. I really love the design, and if you did like it, please give me a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my channel to help me reach my goal to reach 200,000 subscribers. That's my next goal, and I'm getting close to that. You can ask questions down in the comment section down below, and also the description box below the video is loaded with all of the links from all of the businesses that I've named today. Everything is down there. Make sure to check that out. And that's it. I will see you guys very soon in another soapy video. Take care, everybody.